Hi, I'm Geek Climber. Recently I have been able to climb a few V7s, but I still get shut down pretty often by lower level climbs. I knew I had to work on my weaknesses to become a well-rounded climber, but I never bothered to take action until this. I can't even start this V2, V3 because I don't have enough pitch strength. So I decided it's time to make a change. I have an opportunity to work with fictitious climbing, which makes high quality pinch block that caters to all level of climbers. I'm going to challenge myself to train on the pinch block for 30 days. I'm going to test the max weight that I can pinch for at least 5 seconds on the widest pinch and the narrowest pinch for both hands, and then do the same test again after 30 days and see how much I will improve. For the widest pinch, I can pinch 20 pounds with my right hand over 5 seconds easily, and 25 pounds for almost 5 seconds. So it falls into the almost 25 pounds category. For my left hand, I can pinch 20 pounds for 5 seconds solidly, but can't pinch 25 pounds off the ground. So it falls into the solid 20 pounds category. For the narrowest pinch, I can pinch 10 pounds for 5 seconds solidly with my right hand, but can't pinch 12 pounds off the ground. So it falls into the solid 10 pounds category. For my left hand, it takes a lot of effort to pinch 10 pounds for 5 seconds. So it falls into the barely 10 pounds category. After training by myself for a few days, I thought to myself, I have no idea what I'm doing and I want to get the pinch training right. So I decided to reach out to a world-class climbing coach, Eric Horst, who has been coaching for 30+ years and has written multiple training for climbing books for some advice on training properly with the pinch block.
If we're going to set a basic rule that applies to most people, the first year that somebody gets into climbing, they should just climb a few days a week and develop the skills. Give your fingers and joints, tendons, ligaments some time to adapt to those unique stresses of climbing. And then year 2, start to ease into training. And then year 3, maybe more significantly into training.
So it's more about the time and length instead of the grade.
That's right. I'll stand with the pinch block at my side with the weight, and I will count for 7 seconds. And then I'll set the weight down. And then I'll train the other side, pinch it for 7 seconds with my other hand. So I go 7 seconds, 7 seconds. That's like 1 repetition. And I would do that 6 times. So after I do that first set, then about a 5-minute rest, and then I do another set of those 6 repetitions. If you're really well conditioned, you could probably do a 3rd set. I wouldn't do more than 3 sets of these repeaters. You want to do them on a bouldering day workout. If you are doing hangboard training, you would do the pinch training on the same day. This is not something you would do like on a rest day. And so that's kind of a strength endurance protocol, because you're not just doing 1 repetition and being done, but you're doing 6 repetitions on each side. Many people might need to begin with 15 or 20 pounds. Oftentimes on a route, it's just not 1 pinch you need to do, but there might be a couple of pinches in a row. So you do need to have some degree of strength endurance. It's not enough to be able to pinch hard 1 time, but to be able to do a few pinches in a row. And that's why I like this repeater protocol. When you're pinch block training, you don't want to grab with your thumb deep onto the block, but you want to grab it, the joint to be kind of right at the edge of the block, so you're squeezing with the end of your thumb, the pad of your thumb here, not like your whole thumb down like that. There's more training value in training more with the end of the thumb like that. When you're pinching at your side, the wrist is extended and it actually trains the muscles of your lateral forearm, because when you're climbing, your wrist is often extending. You know, you see people even on a crimp, they'll see their elbow come out. The pinch block training, you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You train your thumb muscle that's beneficial for climbers to have stronger pinch, but you also train those extensor muscles in the lateral forearm that help stabilize the wrist and make you a more effective and efficient climber no matter what type of hold you're grabbing. So pinch block training is actually really important, and it's something that's overlooked by a lot of climbers. And that, by the way, is for a very wide pinch. If you get much more narrow than this, or if you go to something even as narrow as this, is when you pinch it, you end up having to crimp with your fingers. You get the extensor muscles trained better with a wider grip that puts your fingers in an open hand position. Training wide pinch on the blocks will make you better at narrow pinching. The thumb is getting stronger regardless of how wide you train your pinch. Training narrow pinches is not as useful for the wrist stabilizer. Like I said, that's kind of a hidden benefit of doing the wide pinches. It makes your extensor muscles stronger, which, by the way, changes the biomechanics in your fingers. It actually reduces your risk of like pulley injuries and stuff. Not have rounded shoulders. You want to be engaged. You don't want to be shrugging either. You want the same form you would take if you were finishing a deadlift, standing tall, not hyperextended. You don't want to be doing that. You want to have good attention, posture, retracting your scapula a little bit. Get your chest out and holding it for 7 seconds. I don't think pinch block training is something that's likely to get you injured, but the better the form, that's always a smart thing.
Based on what Coach Hörst said, I started my training routine with 7-second pinch for each hand, alternatively for 6 times with 15 pounds on the widest pinch for 2 to 3 sets. On day 12, I could already feel the improvement on my pinch strength. I was able to hold on to a pinch and make a move that I couldn't originally. As I continued to train, on day 17 I started training with 20 pounds for the first set and 15 pounds for the remaining sets. On day 23, I started training with 20 pounds for all sets. On day 25, Fictitious Climbing redesigned and upgraded my pinch block based on Coach Hörst's feedback. 3 days flew by really fast and it was time for the final test. For the widest pinch, now I'm able to pinch 30 pounds for 5 seconds with maximum effort for my right hand. I improved from almost 25 pounds to barely 30 pounds. For my left hand, now I'm able to pinch 30 pounds for almost 5 seconds, which means I improved from solid 20 pounds to almost 30 pounds. For the narrowest pinch, now I'm able to pinch 15 pounds for almost 5 seconds with my right hand, which means I improved from solid 10 pounds to almost 15 pounds. For my left hand, now I'm able to pinch 12 pounds for 5 seconds solidly, which means I improved from barely 10 pounds to solid 12 pounds. Thanks for watching. If you want to make your pinch strength stronger like I did, make sure to check out the link in the video description below and use promo code GeekClimber to get free shipping for your fictitious pinch block purchase. Full disclosure, I am not sponsored, but I will earn a commission for each purchase. This is a way to support my channel and also support quality climbing startups that are courageous enough to compete with big climbing brands. Coach Hörst also recently launched a brand called Physivantage, which carries science and research-backed supplements for tendons and ligaments. Be sure to check it out in the video description below. Lastly, this completes my 3rd training goal of the year, and my 4th and last one will be the hardest, but it will also be epic. Be sure to subscribe so you can watch it as soon as I complete it. See you in the next video.